Good Tuesday afternoon. G-Force. G is for gratitude. Another grateful day. Another grateful day. This week, I'm having two guests come in on G-Force. Tomorrow, I will be introducing Darrell Hickerson, president of United Financial. He works in the area of helping people better understand and has a program to get people out of debt so they have an opportunity to build wealth long term. When we have debt, we can't get there. So he's coming on tomorrow, and it's really important what I'm going to talk about today. It's about money. Wednesday is about money. And on Friday, Ian Key's coming on, a real estate investor. And the contrast of what you have and can do when you have the right mindset about money and you don't have debt that's holding you down to create wealth and prosperity. So today we're going to talk a little bit about money mindset. Money matters. Money matters. You know, I like to always share a little bit about my story a little bit. I grew up with parents that grew up in the Depression era, and they had a lack mentality. They didn't have a strong relationship about money and prosperity, and had some antiquated thoughts about money, and that if you had money that you took advantage of somebody, or some crazy thinking that they had. But, you know, I grew up in that environment. So the relationship you have around money has a lot to do with how you're raised. So what is your relationship with money? Your thinking, your prosperity thinking. So you're either going to have one or two types of thinking: a lack mentality or an abundant mentality. Well, for years I had lack mentality because I grew up in a household that when it talked about money, there was never enough. And what I came to find out through coaching and mentoring and working with the financial services industry, there is abundance of money. It's not limited. There's an abundance of money. So what's your relationship with money? So today I just want to cover a couple points because I am a financial coach. Now I coach in the non-traditional way, a way most financial coaches coach. And I'm not discounting any of their techniques or their models or anything else like that. But ultimately it's behavior that dictates the results you get. Yeah, we know what to do to win with money. Spend less than you make. Get out of debt, stay out of debt, save some money. Very simple concept, but why is it that 85 to 90% of the American people are broke? Can't rub two nickels together to come up with 1,000 in cash. In the wealthiest country in the world that we have those type of numbers. And there's a lot behind it, is how we've been culturally brought up, and, you know, buy today, put things on credit, and all those things are part of it. But ultimately, what's your relationship with money? Do you have a lack mentality, or do you have an abundant mentality? Well, I just want to reference a book by my mentor and coach, Bob Proctor. International bestseller, You Were Born Rich, Bob Proctor. And riches is more than just money in the bank account. But, you know, how many times we've heard people say, well, money's not everything. Money's not important. Oh, if you have a lot of money, you got lucky. See, with those type of thinking, that is lack mentality. Lack mentality. And what we think about on an internal level is exactly what we get in life. And I can testify that I had a lack mentality in my life from how I was raised, my relationship with money. And it was my ceiling, it was my thinking. And the moment I got some money, I found a way to lose the money. Because the other side of it is, what's your image around money? Do you have a strong self-image and a belief system that you're worthy of having abundance? See, what I have found and through my coaching all these years is it's that most people have a lack mentality. Have a lack. They don't see that there's a way to make more or have more. Limited thinking, belief systems. And see, that held me back. When I started making significant money, I found a way to get myself back to a place I was comfortable with money. When I started making over $100,000 a year, I moved myself back making under 100 again. And why was that yo-yo happening? It wasn't misfortune or luck. It had to do with my thinking and my internal programming and belief systems. And in my coaching, I see this all the time. So when I started coaching, I wanted to, in the financial arena, I wanted to do something different because I saw it was the behavior and belief systems I was coaching people that was causing their outcomes. So today when I coach with people, I talk to people about where the money's coming from, their income. Got to know how much is coming in. Where are all those sources? Where's the money going? Making sure that every dollar you have has a place to work for you. That's called a budget or zero-based budget. And I only work with my clients 3 times on numbers. The rest of the time, I work with my clients on their belief systems. And guess what happens when they shift their thinking from a lack mentality to a prosperity mentality? They start doing the things they need to do to win with money. They do the work. They don't have that lack mentality. So I want to just run through a little exercise here today and just sort of play this with you to see how you respond. I want you to vision yourself in a room with all your friends. And you start talking about how you're going to become wealthy, that you're going to have large assets, that you're going to have freedom because of money. And just watch and imagine what your friends and family are thinking. It's going to be amazing. The first thing you're going to recognize, can you talk about money openly and freely with people without consciousness? Talking about accumulating wealth in front of other people? Most people can't because they don't believe. When you see people that have assets and they're together with they can talk about money freely without any reservations. And that's a different mindset. So even entertaining the thought to talk about accumulating wealth, what is your thought? You get excited about it and say, yeah, I want that to happen? Or do you have reservations? Well, I don't know if I can put that out there in front of people. And the reason is that you don't believe yourself. So that's a good test. Play that game in your mind. Could you get in front of a group of people that you know, that know you, family, friends, and talk about wealth openly? If you can't, you got to do some work on your thinking. And number 2, you're going to have to change the circle of people you hang with, because we become the average of the 5 people we hang around the most. So if you're hanging with people who have a lack mentality and a poverty mentality, you will stay in that circle. You have to go seek people that have a good relationship with money. Plain simple. When I did that, everything started shifting. Everything started shifting. And how many times we heard that money's not the most important thing? Well, you know what? I have to agree, but I have to disagree at the same time. See, at the end of the month, there's more month than money, and there's bills to do. Money's pretty important. It's very important. It's just a relationship. Money is important. If you want to have freedom, it takes money. If you want to be able to give, it takes money. Money is an instrument. It's an instrument to get and serve the things that are important to you in life. Yeah, money isn't everything. Relationships are important. Giving love and compassion to other people, those things are important. But if you want to do and have an influence and use those things, money is going to be in the picture. So money is important. It's a myth. If you're saying that money isn't important, you don't probably have any money. It's kind of brutal and blunt, but that's in reality. Are you a servant to the money, or are you the master of your money? If you're chasing a paycheck every week just to pay the bills, you are a servant to the money. I'm a big proponent of multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. Now, that could be done many different ways, but I don't rely and haven't for years on multiple streams of income. And there's things that happen in the economy. There's things that have happened in my life. Right now, COVID is created challenges for people around money and where's the money coming from? Well, I've been fortunate by having good coaching and understanding that multiple streams of income build security. And if something goes down, there's another source to turn to or to accentuate. So I'm a big proponent of that. Well, God, Tom, I don't have the time. Well, I guess what? You do have the time. I don't have any more time than you. We're all blessed with the same 24 hours a day. It's what's your priorities? I'm not all about working every day and chasing down the dollar, but everything I do is tied with my vision, my purpose, and why. How many times do people say, well, he must be lucky? Must be lucky. When you look at people who are succeeding in a business, the only time you get lucky with money is if you hit the lottery. Then you are lucky because the odds are totally against you for even having that opportunity come true. And here's an amazing statistic. Within 2.5 years, the lottery winners are totally broke. No matter what it's like 95% are broke within 2.5 years. Why does that happen? It is because they had a lack mentality, a poverty mentality, and their subconscious made sure that they got back to that state at the subconscious level. Interesting. So we can take a look at our results with money and we can start tracking that back and seeing what our belief systems are. And when I got my coaching and my perspective clear and my belief system around money, guess what? I started doubling, tripling my income. I believed that I was worthy of having that type of income, building that type of net worth. And I do what I do because I love it, not because I have to. That's a great place to be in life. I'm 70 years old. I don't need to be coaching and building businesses or running businesses today. I do it because I love doing what I do. I love helping people through my coaching, through my financial coaching. And so I'm grateful through the trials and tribulations I've been through, hitting rock bottom in my life. A lot of people say, well, when you look at successful people, their stories, you go, they did that. They were sleeping in their car for months. They had their cars repossessed. They struggled financially. But what happened was they had a strong image about prosperity, and they pulled themselves out. Money must circulate. Money must circulate. And see, when we think about money, if we're hoarding and holding on to all our money, and I'm not discounting the fact that you have reserves, emergency funds, and capital reserves, you're in business, so when markets go downturn or something happens, you have the money to do that. But if you're just hoarding money for the sake of hoarding because you don't think you have enough, that's a lack mentality. You can't bring more into your life when you are hoarding. Money only works as an instrument when you put in circulation. And you create a mindset, the best way to make that happen. But if it's money is energy, money does create opportunities. Lack of money keeps you from seeing opportunity. Or if an opportunity comes up, how many times you've had opportunities come up and you say, I haven't got the money? Well, that is a reality of not having the right mindset. If you wanted something bad enough in relation to that, you would find a way to come up with the money. So what's the desire? What motivates you in and around money? It's all mindset. I love the fact that I can create money through my thinking. Now, I don't think money drops on my desk right now, but it creates that energy and that focus to apply myself to money-making activities in my life, in my businesses, through my coaching. So money must circulate. It has no power. It has no value if you keep the money in a can mentality. I did the prosperity consciousness exercise that I just covered a moment ago. Fear. Are you fearful of lack? That if you're short money, what is your emotional state? Do you worry? Are you anxious? Do you become fearful? That freezes your ability to attract money. Do you move to a state of fear in and around money? So today's little talk, I could talk for hours on my relationship with money and what I do in coaching in my program. If you want to know more about what I do in the area of financial coaching and prosperity coaching and how to get the mindset correct, I'd be glad to have some dialogue with you. To reach out to me, you can text results to 21,000. Glad to have some dialogue there. How to create the mindset of prosperity and financial freedom. It's a mindset. And so tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, Darrell Hickerson, and Friday, Ian Key. Tomorrow is Hickerson, and Friday is Ian Key. So it's with gratitude today that I have an opportunity to share with you some insight. Today is these two guests are coming in and around money. Money matters. Money matters. So I'm happy and grateful today that money comes to me from an abundant source continuously from multiple sources. I am grateful. And one of the things that I work with is people is when you have the mindset and you tell yourself that you're worthy, that money is power. Money is beneficial to have. And you believe it, watch things happen. I'd be glad to have some dialogue on that. So today I digressed a little bit, but I encourage you to get this book, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. He's recognized #1 human potential and thought coach in the world. And he's also recognized as probably one of the most influential people about abundance and prosperity thinking and the law of attraction in and around money. Now, You Were Born Rich. It goes beyond more than the economic side, that we are born rich, wealthy, and we are worthy of the abundance of our surroundings, our universe, however you want to say that. So I highly recommend that. Hey, I look forward to tomorrow with Darrell Hickerson. He is the president of Unified Financial. He's going to share with you his program, how to help you get out of the bondage of debt. How to get out of the bondage of debt. And on Friday, Ian Key, he's going to talk about the other side, how he's using real estate to create wealth, financial freedom, and where he started and where he's going with that. Great insight for Friday. So mark your calendars. Have a great day. G-Force. G is for gratitude. Be grateful for all. Even in the state of lack around money, be grateful, because when you go there, it changes your perspective and gives you hope, gives you a way to see yourself out of it with gratitude. You learn through gratitude the mistakes you've been making. It brings awareness to maybe your belief systems and your attitudes. Be grateful for all. Be grateful for the abundance. So with that all said, signing out. G-Force. Have a great day.